Local and regional entertainers will participate in Rise Up, one of the most exciting events, on February 1st, 2014. During an interview with Owen Batiste, producer and coordinator Alex Barnwell said while at home he came up with the idea considering what he can do to help in the effort to regain some momentum for our nation.
And I woke up the morning and felt like, boy, I don't think with the amount of people that we have in St. Vincent working in the utility companies that, you know, it's going to get very busy. So I called up Luke Boyer and I said, Luke, how do you feel about a charity concert? We try to put our services together to be a part of the solution, not part of the problem, you know, like, let's not just lie down, let's just try and help out, you know? And Luke was like, yeah, man, I'm game. It wasn't even like any kind of debates on the phone. He was like, yeah, man, I'm game. And coincidentally, Skinny came back to the country. He was in, he left and he came back and I said, Skinny, I'm going to do this charity thing. And he was like, funny enough, I was just speaking to Camilo Gonzalez and he was talking about this thing. And I was like, so is the government doing something? And he was like, well, no, because we're trying to get everybody together. It's a people thing. It's not a government or a party thing. So I said, Skinny, well, let's just everybody come together and do it. Okay. Everybody together. So that's how it started. So we just didn't feel like this set of people need to do this and that. Everybody just comes together and let's just have one effort to make.
Event coordinator for Rise Up, concert DJ and songwriter Colombian said the concert aims to help refurbish the maternity ward at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital that was destroyed as a result of the Christmas Eve floods.
The Rise Up SVG concert is, the main focus is rebuilding the maternity ward at Milton Cato Hospital. But we saw the disaster around St. Vincent and we know it's bigger than what people think. And people out there, especially the people in it, they know exactly what it's all about.
Meanwhile, producer of the show Alex Barnwell further noted that they encountered similar experiences during Christmas Eve night, as himself and some friends noticed while out that night, water rising to extreme and unusual levels.
Right in the middle of Kingstown. Yeah. I had my girlfriend on my back and my knapsack on the front to give me weight to wade through knee-deep water. Well, his actual partner, Captain John, was also, we were going through the water trying to get to his vehicle. I watched another DJ, Pitbull, his old undergarden, his vehicle get torn away. So we were right in the midst of it. So from the ground and seeing what happened from the hospital coming right down, I had mud all over. God, the cleanup was ridiculous afterwards. We had water coming right in by the station down by Yankees.
Okay, so you telling me you were also affected in the middle of the
Well, yeah, he was a bit worried. I mean, we were all together at one place. He had just taken up a new job by the radio station, so we were all there. And I looked out the window and I said, boy, the rain's falling hard. And he was like, well, I'm going to go home before, you know, the weather gets worse. And when we were there and Captain John and the guys were DJing, I looked out the window and I just saw a river. And I was like, dudes, I was like, something's wrong, something's going on. So I went downstairs, but then I couldn't get outside because the water, if you know where Hot 97 is and where Yankees is, the water had reached by the bottom step. So you're looking at the door and watching the water inside the building. So then it was like a horrific reality.
Barnwell said entertainers and producers from around the globe saw it fit to help, and it's more than just a lust for business, but a love for our country. He said Liat has offered to assist with the cost of artists coming into the country.
More of a love for St. Vincent. There's a group in the States called Major Lazer. They've never been here, but they work with producers and they work with Caribbean music all the time. And when they heard this happen to this island, it concerned them. So when they heard that there was an effort to fix it, they yielded their time and did a video and said, come out. Even Matt to Fix in the UK. Alison Hines, Benjai, Taupri, they're not getting paid. Liat has actually put them on tickets and allocated. Liat has, you know, ate the cost to put them on a flight here. And we have hotel providers here that are putting them up for free, which is a beautiful thing. And Alison Hines is a little bit, you know, she doesn't do much shows these days. She's an icon in this business. We have young artists and big artists. People here locally are performing for free, and people internationally are performing for free. It's a love, and it's showing that all we're asking is for you to just spend $20 to help fix the maternity ward. This is being monitored and regulated by KPMG. I am not handling the monies. Nobody in government's handling the monies. An accounting firm that has a lot of stipulations over its head to make sure that this is done to a certain way is in charge of that. And at no point in time are there any payouts to artists, bands, sound systems, security, anything. This is a we're doing it for free for a cause.
You can't expect the opposition to get up and give the government position. The government is in charge of the affairs of the country, so says leader of the opposition, the Honorable Arnim Eustace. He said it is the government's responsibility to present to the people of this country their plans for 2014. Eustace said nothing came from the Minister of Education, Foreign Affairs and Trade and ICT, which resulted in the decision to exit Parliament. He said as elected members, their role is to run the affairs of government while the opposition examines, agrees or disagrees, and states their position, dealing with alternative roles that arise. In related news, Eustace stated that in other countries, after the Prime Minister presents the budget, the opposition has a certain amount of days to reply. But in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, when the Prime Minister finishes at 9 p.m., he then has to present at 9 in the following morning. He further commented, that Prime Minister Gonçalves, in his last presentation, put all the economic information in an appendix to the back, which was not read. The appendix was 50 pages long, and Eustace said in order for him to deal with that, he would have had to observe it and present a reply in 12 hours. On the contrary, Prime Minister Gonçalves said that there are several things that the opposition could have spoken about in Parliament, which is the appropriate time and place. But with the exception of Eustace, they seem to have chosen collectively the vow of monastic silence. Parliamentary Representative for West Kingstown, the Honorable Daniel Cummings, said this would go down in history because it is the duty of the ministers to present their ministerial work to which the opposition can respond, which is the established practice in the budgetary debate and is understood around the world.